Quantum Creators Exchange, where we are generating innovative realities. Our whole consensus reality has changed. We must be diligent in focusing on the type of world we will create. We must get out of reactionary mode into creating solutions that are life-enhancing for ourselves, others, and this beautiful planet we inhabit. We came here for this purpose. We have been practicing, and now the curtain is drawn open, and it is time for all creators together.
The way we're supposed to manifest is that you send out a wave of energy from the heart chakra and it hits the universe. The universe responds in kind. So you charge that wave with fill in the blank, whatever it is you desire. But when you fill in the blank and you're sending out this waveform and it also has toxic love embedded in it, you also get that back. The universe doesn't judge. It's responding to what you sent out. So if your field's got toxic love, you're sending it out to the universe. The universe unwittingly sends it right back and multiplies it. So this is why you can get into situations where you work for a jerk in your job and you go get another job. And lo and behold, your boss is a jerk. Or you switch relationships, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whatever, you swap them out. And lo and behold, the person you got is the same kind of person that you had. And so whenever you see something repeating in your life and you can't break the cycle and the same thing keeps coming back over and over and over again, it's because that's what you're putting out. You're putting that out. You're sending that out to the universe. So the way to stop that is to clear the toxic love and the other emotions that are trapped. And then you get the physical benefit of that. But also when you go to manifest, you get the benefit of that now, because now you're putting out a pure wave of scalar energy, just embedded with love, nothing else. Okay, so that's really crucial. This may be a wave of sympathetic resonance that will attract others that are emitting the same wave, and also a distorted wave pattern that may repel others at some seemingly unknown reason. This may cause the person to be responded to by others at unconscious levels in negative ways. So if you go into, let's say you're going to check into a hotel, and no matter what hotel you go to, the Ritz-Carlton, the Hilton, the Red Roof Inns, the person behind the counter always treats you like a jerk, or treats you poorly, or doesn't treat you with kindness. That's because that's what's coming out of you. I hate to tell you this, but when you interact with other people, they're also picking up on that scalar wave, and they're picking up on what's embedded in that scalar wave, and then they're responding to you in kind. Okay. I assure you, when I travel, I only meet the nicest people. I only meet people that want to help me. I only come across people that are kind and considerate, because that's what I'm creating. And I'm creating that with that scalar wave coming out of my heart chakra, and it's pure. So if you're sending out toxic love, you're going to get it back. This is how we attract people, things, places, events into our life. Okay. So again, this is attracting the same type of person or experience over and over. This is usually the core issue, is the toxic love. Okay. Also, toxic love is really detrimental to the way we view ourselves. And that's the most important part. Remember, you're a sovereign being, and you have the absolute power to control the outcome of your life. And when this is in the way, your ability to control that outcome is seriously affected in ways you don't even understand most of the time. So toxic love is crucial. And a lot of us have it. A lot of us have it. And unfortunately, in the world today, the world we live in, the society we exist in, the families that we were born into didn't nurture us the way we need to be nurtured, and didn't love us the way we really needed to be loved at the time. But it's never too late. You can clear the toxic love and then do self-parenting, self-love, self-care. And you can shift this. It's real easy. And once you shift it, your ability to manifest just goes off the charts. You can 10x, 100x your ability to manifest just overnight when you've got toxic love out of the field and it's no longer part of this scalar wave. All right, sweetheart, I think I answered the question. I'm going to turn it back to you.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff. That was quite amazing. I know that I know I've had experiences with toxic love. And I know that, it's hard when you're in the middle of it to realize this is what you're feeling. So some of the emotional triggers could be, if you find yourself tired when you're with a person, if it's constant state of drama and trauma, and there's abuse on one end, also boundaries that seem to be crossed if you don't answer someone right away. So I mean, are there any other side effects that you could think of that someone would need to look at, Jeff, to
Well, yeah, one of the biggest things is your physical health. This seriously impacts your physical health because, and like I think I mentioned in the write up, toxic love mixes with other emotions. So
yeah.
guilt tends to lodge in the lungs, and then you get toxic love layered on top of that, and you can never process out the guilt. You can never release the guilt because the toxic love is holding it in there. Toxic love is just an absolute poison to us because we're based on love. At our core, we're love. Our natural state is being happy, healthy, joyful, fearless, loving, and alive. Loving and alive. That's who we are. But you get toxic love mixed into this, and then it just goes in and kind of locks stuff down, and you physically suffer eventually. It will all manifest physically. And that's one thing about energy. Yeah, we can clear it in the field, we could do all this, but eventually, if that stuff's in there, it'll manifest physically as illness,
Yes.
sickness, disease, lethargy, um, giving up on life. You should be healthy and vibrant all the way till you leave this world. There's this idea that as we age, we should become decrepit and have less of a life and have less of everything, physical vitality, and so forth and so on. That there's nothing further from the truth. You're supposed to come into this world and enjoy it from the beginning to the end. But unfortunately, in this world, the way it's set up right now, we get impinged upon. So,
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week, next Friday. Love and blessings.